Speculative Science, Chapter 3 Consciousness and Quantum Fractals. Consciousness in a fractal universe. Consciousness remains one of the most profound and enigmatic phenomena in science. For centuries, it has eluded definitive explanation, straddling the boundaries of biology, physics, and philosophy. What makes a collection of neurons capable of self-awareness? How does the subjective experience of being arise from a network of electrochemical interactions? What if the answers lie not in isolated neurological processes but in an intrinsic connection to the universe's fundamental structure? Imagine consciousness not as a localized phenomenon confined to the brain but as an emergent property of a deeply interconnected fractal framework. This framework could extend from the intricate web of neurons in the human brain to the vast cosmic networks of galaxies and beyond. The fractal nature of the universe, where self-similar patterns repeat across scales, suggests that the principles governing the smallest particles of matter might also dictate the dynamics of the largest cosmic structures. By examining consciousness through the lens of quantum fractals, a new paradigm emerges, one that blurs the lines between biology, physics, and the cosmos. What if consciousness itself is a fractal phenomenon? Could its origins and behavior be embedded in recursive, self-similar patterns that span from neurons to the cosmic web? Quantum mechanics reveals that particles can exist in superpositions, seemingly connected across vast distances. Similarly, the brain's neural networks exhibit fractal branching and connectivity, optimizing information flow while conserving energy. Through this lens, consciousness might not just arise from the brain but resonate with fractal structures throughout the universe. The implications are staggering. Consciousness could be woven into the fabric of reality, an emergent property of a universal fractal network that links the microcosm to the macrocosm. This exploration of consciousness as a fractal phenomenon opens the door to tantalizing possibilities. Could stars and plasma exhibit primitive awareness? Might the universe itself be a vast, living entity, with consciousness distributed across scales? And what role might quantum fractals play in bridging the gap between individual awareness and collective, universal intelligence? As we delve into this frontier, we uncover profound insights into the nature of reality itself. Consciousness, viewed through the fractal lens, challenges everything we know, offering a glimpse into the infinite interconnectedness of existence. In this fractal universe, the mind and cosmos are no longer separate, they are reflections of the same recursive dance of complexity and order. Fractal networks in the brain. Fractal proof. Neuronal networks in the brain exhibit fractal-like structures in both their physical morphology and functional connectivity. The dendritic branching of neurons and synaptic networks follow recursive, self-similar patterns that optimize neural communication and energy efficiency. Evidence. EEG studies. Research analyzing brainwave activity has revealed fractal scaling in neuronal firing rates. This indicates a self-organizing system where electrical signals propagate across scales with a consistent fractal dimension. Dendritic patterns. Microscopic analysis of dendrites, the tree-like structures of neurons, confirms fractal branching that mirrors mathematical fractals. Functional MRI, fMRI, data, connectivity patterns in resting state fMRI scans show fractal-like clustering of neural activity regions, supporting the idea of hierarchical and recursive organization. Explanation. The fractal architecture of the brain allows for enhanced information processing. By maximizing the surface area of dendritic branches, fractal structures increase the capacity for synaptic connections, enabling complex information processing. Energy efficiency. The self-similar design minimizes the metabolic cost of transmitting signals across the brain. Neurons utilize fractal geometry to distribute resources effectively. Robustness and resilience. Fractal organization ensures that neural networks can adapt to damage or changes in the environment. This is critical for maintaining cognitive functions under stress or injury. Adaptability in cognition. The recursive patterns allow the brain to process information at multiple scales simultaneously, supporting both high-level abstract thought and immediate sensory processing. Cosmic connection. Interestingly, fractal-like structures in the brain resemble the distribution of galaxies in the universe. This parallel suggests that fractal geometry may be a universal principle underlying both biological and cosmic systems, reinforcing the interconnectedness of life and the cosmos. Research directions: neural fractal dynamics. Investigate how changes in fractal scaling relate to disorders such as Alzheimer's or schizophrenia, providing insights into their neurological basis. AI modeling. Develop artificial neural networks based on fractal geometries to enhance machine learning algorithms and mimic the efficiency of biological brains. Brain-computer interfaces. Apply fractal principles to optimize communication pathways between neural systems and electronic devices. Quantum fractals in decision-making. Fractal proof. Quantum systems demonstrate fractal patterns during the collapse of probability waves, a phenomenon where particles transition from a state of potentiality to a definitive state upon observation or interaction. These fractal dynamics mirror the recursive and branching processes observed in neural networks during decision-making, where multiple possibilities are assessed before a choice is made. Evidence: fractal scaling in quantum behavior. Studies in quantum physics reveal that particle trajectories and wave function collapses follow fractal scaling laws. For instance, the probability distributions of particles in chaotic quantum systems exhibit self-similar patterns across different scales, much like fractal geometries. Cognitive modeling parallels. Neurocognitive research has drawn parallels between quantum mechanics and the probabilistic nature of human decision-making. Experiments on neural activity during choice-based tasks show patterns resembling quantum superposition and collapse, where multiple potential outcomes coexist until a decision is finalized. Explanation: decision-making, at its core, involves weighing probabilities, evaluating options, and resolving uncertainty, a process that bears striking similarities to the quantum world. The brain's neural networks operate through recursive and branching connections, much like fractal systems. These connections maximize computational efficiency, allowing the brain to process complex information with minimal energy expenditure. Quantum fractal patterns provide a powerful framework for understanding the probabilistic nature of choice and free will. In both quantum systems and neural decision-making, potential outcomes exist simultaneously until specific conditions lead to a resolution. For example, a particle's path in a double-slit experiment is determined only when observed, echoing how the brain resolves uncertainty during decision-making by collapsing multiple possibilities into a single choice. Fractal geometries in quantum systems may serve as an analog for the brain's intricate processes. Recursive evaluation. The brain evaluates options recursively, much like fractal systems repeat patterns at multiple scales. Energy efficiency. Fractals optimize surface area and connectivity, enabling efficient energy use in both quantum systems and neural computations. Resilience and adaptability. The self-similar nature of fractals ensures that the system remains robust even when parts of the network are disrupted, a principle that applies to both quantum dynamics and neural networks. Broader implications: free will and quantum influence. If decision-making is influenced by quantum fractals, it suggests that free will might operate within a probabilistic framework, shaped by quantum uncertainty and fractal dynamics. Artificial intelligence. By incorporating fractal-based quantum algorithms, AI systems could simulate human-like decision-making processes, achieving higher adaptability and complexity. Consciousness studies. Exploring the role of quantum fractals in the brain could bridge the gap between neuroscience and quantum physics, offering insights into the interplay between mind and matter. By examining quantum fractals in decision-making, we not only deepen our understanding of cognitive processes, but also uncover profound connections between the mechanics of the brain and the quantum fabric of reality. These insights challenge conventional notions of choice and free will, positioning decision-making as a fractal phenomenon rooted in the interplay of quantum and neural dynamics. Holographic memory encoding, free will and quantum influence. The brain's memory systems operate using holographic-like principles, wherein information is distributed across neural networks, in patterns that resemble fractal geometries. This distributed encoding ensures that even partial inputs can reconstruct entire memories, a process deeply tied to the recursive, self-similar nature of fractals. Evidence: fractal connectivity in memory networks. Neuroimaging studies have identified fractal connectivity patterns within the hippocampus, a brain region critical for memory storage and retrieval. These patterns are evident in both the spatial arrangement of neurons and the temporal dynamics and neural firing during memory processing. Holographic storage principles. Research in cognitive neuroscience suggests that memory encoding relies on overlapping neural patterns. This redundancy mirrors the way fractals embed self-similar structures at multiple scales, ensuring that information is not localized but rather distributed across the network. EEG and MRI studies. Analyses of brainwave activity during memory tasks show fractal scaling behaviors, particularly in the gamma and theta frequency bands associated with cognitive processes like learning and recall. Explanation: fractal encoding provides an elegant solution to one of the brain's greatest challenges, storing vast amounts of information while maintaining the ability to access it dynamically and efficiently. The fractal organization of memory networks ensures maximized storage capacity. By utilizing self-similar patterns, the brain optimizes its use of neural resources, allowing for dense, overlapping storage of information without requiring exponential increases in physical space. Dynamic retrieval. Fractal geometries enable robust and flexible retrieval mechanisms. When a memory is accessed, the brain can reconstruct the entire experience from partial or fragmented inputs, similar to how holograms can recreate a complete image from any portion of their surface. Energy efficiency. Fractals minimize energy expenditure during memory encoding and retrieval. The self-similar nature of fractal networks reduces the need for redundant computations, conserving resources while maintaining processing speed and accuracy. Broader implications: resilience to damage. Fractal and holographic principles make memory networks inherently robust. Even if parts of the network are damaged, the distributed nature of fractal encoding allows memories to remain largely intact, highlighting its evolutionary advantage. Implications for artificial intelligence. Incorporating fractal-based encoding strategies into AI systems could revolutionize memory storage and retrieval, making them more efficient and adaptive. Fractal algorithms could allow machines to reconstruct complex datasets from minimal inputs, enhancing their learning capabilities. Conscious experience and memory. The fractal organization of memory networks suggests that human consciousness itself may rely on these self-similar patterns. By distributing and integrating information across multiple scales, fractals could form the foundation for the brain's ability to process and integrate past, present, and future experiences seamlessly. Imagine the brain's memory system as a fractal hologram. Each memory exists as a unique, self-similar pattern embedded within a larger network. When one piece of this fractal is activated, it illuminates the entire memory, allowing for a rich, dynamic recall of information. By understanding memory as a fractal phenomenon, researchers gain profound insights into not only how we store and retrieve information, but also how our brains navigate the vast, interconnected web of thoughts and experiences that define our conscious lives. Conclusion: a fractal framework for consciousness. Framing consciousness within a fractal paradigm opens the door to a revolutionary understanding of the universe and our place within it. This perspective dissolves the traditional boundaries between biology, quantum mechanics, and cosmology, revealing an intricate web of self-similar patterns that span all scales of existence. By exploring this framework, we embark on a journey that not only deepens our understanding of the human mind but also challenges us to reconsider the nature of reality itself.